This Schoology video is going to focus on how to manage your settings and your notifications. So from the home page, what you do is you go over to this little drop-down menu next to your name and you click on Account Settings. And what will appear is your basic account information. So you have your title, your first and last name, your email address. You can put in an alternate email address if you would like to. You can also change your time zone. If you're interested in having your title put in place of your first name on the website, you can also do that. And then you just click on Save Your Changes. You can't access password changes because we use our BCPS credentials to log in, so there's really no reason for you to need to change your account password through Schoology specifically. Something else that you can do is you can connect your Schoology calendar to other calendars like Outlook and Google and things like that. I'm not going to talk specifically about that today. I'll talk about that in a different video on the calendar specifically, but that is something else that you can do in settings. Now, in terms of linking and merging accounts, I'm assuming that each of you has only one Schoology account, which is this one, so you shouldn't need to link or merge accounts with your BCPS account. So that's all of the basic stuff for your general account settings. Now, the other part that's really important is the notifications part, because basically you can get all kinds of different notifications from all kinds of different things. You can get them to the email address that you have on file. You can get them to your cell phone if you have signed into the Schoology app. They do have an app which is available on the App Store and then also available for Android. So you can download that, and if you do download that, you'll want to manage your notification settings, or else you'll get a whole lot of emails and a whole lot of updates to your cell phone. So all of your notifications are organized into different groups. So the academic ones, which are here, are things related to your particular courses. So you can set it up so that you receive a notification every time there's an update made to the course, every time somebody comments on an assignment, every time someone comments on a post you make or turns in an assignment or a test or a quiz, every time a student joins your course for the first time, every time content gets created, every time there's an overdue assignment. So those things can be kind of overwhelming. So you probably don't want to get hundreds of emails every day from Schoology. So the best thing to do is to go in and edit your notification settings. So what you can do for every single one of these, you'll notice you have an email column and a mobile column. So you have to adjust them, based on whichever device you're using, your regular computer or your cell phone. So you have three options, which is on, off, and custom, and that's for pretty much, I believe, every single one of these. So what custom allows you to do is decide which courses you want to receive notifications from. So if you only want to receive them from one course, you can check that. Or if you don't want to receive any from any courses, then you would just turn off the notifications. Same thing with the cell phone. You can set it up so that they're on and you receive every single one. They're completely turned off, or you can customize to only receive certain notifications from certain groups. And that goes for the same thing here for every single one of these academic notification types. So you would change it to off, on, or custom. There are a few things that I've left on for right now, but the majority of them are off so that I don't get a whole bunch of emails that I don't need. The second piece is the group notifications. So any groups that you belong to, whether it's the Eastern Tech teachers, it's a curriculum group, it's a group for an organization in your school, a club that you run. If you leave those notifications on, you're going to get an email or an app update every single time a post is updated, somebody comments on something in the group discussion, somebody comments on a post you make, new content's added to the group. So especially if you're in a large group, you probably want to turn off a lot of those notifications so that you're not getting, you know, tons and tons and tons of emails and things all day long. The next one is your school-based notifications, so you can leave on or off or customize anytime your school as a whole makes any kind of update to their information. And then of course you have your personal notifications. So do you want to receive private messages through Schoology? Do you want people to be able to respond to comments and things that you have made, or if you post public resources, do you want people to be able to comment on those things? So right now I have the most of the stuff in my groups I have turned off, because every time somebody adds something, I don't need to see it. I can go in and look at it if I want to. There isn't really anything added in school or in terms of these other aspects like public resources and blog posts, because I haven't put anything up there. So those are currently on, but if I do start adding things, then more than likely I'll default to turn those things off. And then over here you'll get a little box that lets you know what other devices are receiving notifications from Schoology. So I have my cell phone has the Schoology app, so it tells me, you know, that notifications are also being sent to my cell phone. So word of advice is to think about what kinds of updates you want to receive in each of the different categories, and then adjust your settings so that you're not overwhelmed with too many emails, too many notifications. And make sure that you always save your changes so all of these things will update. And that's pretty much it for account settings and notifications.